What's up, guys? Back again with another video, and today I got some great news. Some great news that all of you probably already know because it's actually a late upload. So I am actually thrilled to give it to you, and I apologize for that late upload. So, as you can see here, by the Silk Road and also by Pokemon Go Hub, which y'all should also follow because they give really good, updates of what's coming in the APK or the API or whatever they're calling it. Basically, they let you know the updates, in the news of Pokemon Go. Now, let's get into the news. Here it says Pokemon Go 0.71.0 data mine. Generation 3 Pokemon names added. The Super Incubator, the Metaman Mystery, which I also spoke about the Super Incubator in my last video, or the video before that. So go check that out. So let's get into this. Alright, so it says trainers. Niantic has silently dropped a small bug fix, as always, update a few hours ago. Version number 0.71.0. It will certainly take a while before it becomes available in your local app store. For curious Android users, the 0.71.0 APK verified and safe is available here. This update marks the first time of Generation 3 in the code base, meaning that Gen 3 is in development. It's on the roadmap. If you remember, we've data mined the same type of Generation 2 info around 3 months before it was released. So what that means is Generation 3, like I was saying in my last videos, a lot of people wasn't sure if it was going to some people saying actually it was going to drop sometime the end of this year, but I kept saying it was going to drop next month. And next month, it looks like it's because it's already in development now. And they're putting it in development now because they know it's been a 7-month bracket for next month, which is September. Now, let's get into some more stuff. Stay tuned. Alright, so basically here it says Super Incubator icon added, old incubators redesigned. Now, this is what I haven't talked about. I just only talked about the recently, supposed to get released Super Incubator. Now, it says here, Super Incubator, a new type of incubator that allows faster egg hatching, which I was saying in my last video, has finally received an official in-game icon. The older, less effective incubator versions were slightly redesigned to better reflect their usage, which means the old incubators, like the ones that we have now, it's going to be a little bit better. But this one here is going to be a Super Incubator, and the Super Incubator is going to actually look like this. So here it says these are the new incubator icons. So you have the one right here. That's a Super Incubator, which looks dope to me. This is the Unlimited Incubator, which is the one we already previously have. Not previously, but we currently have. And this is the Store Incubator, basically what we have to buy from the store. So all of them is going to be a little bit better, all because this one right here, the Super Incubator, is actually the new incubator. So really, this is a way for Niantic to actually put more money in their pocket. If there's no bugs, because they're already talking about doing bug fixes, so as long as they're doing the bug fixes, everything is cool. So it says here, in addition, the following enumeration value has been added. So this right here is in the code, item_incubator_super. Now, here with the exclusive raid additions and raid bug fixes, since as expected, the exclusive raid system is getting more and more fleshed out with every update. The following was added in this update. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says raid icon, raid sprite, exclusive raid sprite, exclusive raid battle timer, background, I guess that's clock or whatever, raid decal color, exclusive raid decal color. In addition, all raids received a care package with several bug fixes applied to the following mechanisms: raid spawn timers, the lobby, and raid network issues. Now, this kind of looked like the update I was reading from before, but if I haven't, I'm reading it now. If this is something new, I'm also reading it now. So, let's get into this. The Metaman Mystery, a new key was added referencing Metamon, the Japanese name for Ditto. The key is named Metamon_ID, which likely references a concrete Pokemon species ID. Our guess is that Ditto's encounter transformation mechanism will be reused for specific going further. Can't wait for a wild Tyranitar to transform into a Delibird. Now, that'd be pretty dope actually. But basically what they're saying is they're going to use the Japanese name for Ditto instead of, I guess, just Ditto. So now that we're getting something new for Ditto also, so that's pretty dope. Which actually cool because you know how if you catch like a Yanma, Magikarp, or Sentret, or maybe even a Pidgey or a Zubat, how they transform into Ditto. Not all of them, but the ones that are Dittos are going to transform from them and into Ditto. But they're going to have this name right here, which is the Metamon_Ditto. Which, like I said, that's in the code, or trying to be in the code, like as Niantic is putting it in. So, like I said, all of this is supposed to drop sometime next month. It has to. I don't think they're going to actually wait to the end of this year, like December. That makes no sense because it's going to be snowing. Nobody's going to want to get out, and that's what they were trying to do with Gen 2. Gen 2, if you notice, came out in February. So it makes sense. Just like Gen 1 came out in the summer. They're not going to release Gen 3 when it's snowing because that don't make any sense. Then we're going to have no place but to spoof. And they're already trying to get rid of that, but that's another thing. So, guys, stay tuned. Alright, so here it says new shiny spawn references. In addition to previously available shiny code, a few new lines referencing shiny spawns are sparkly effects. So they're also changing the way sparkling Pokemon or shiny Pokemon actually works in Pokemon Go. Now, as for now, we can't confirm that shiny Pokemon will be released soon, but they are being worked on. Now, they were talking about releasing more shiny Pokemon, but they just released shiny Pikachu, so so we have to actually go out and actually seek shiny Pikachu. Now, some people say it's shiny, some people say it's like a darker version of Pikachu. I've actually seen it, and I've actually caught it, but I don't know if that was a shiny, but I checked, and it wasn't a shiny, so we don't really know until somebody actually catches the shiny Pikachu and actually displays it. But now, here it says, shiny spawn, FX reference, sparkly FX reference, sparkly FX, sparkly FX request. So that takes care of that, guys. So stay tuned. Alright, guys. Before I continue, I just want to say this is going to be a little longer video because they have a lot of stuff on this next update. Because Niantic did announce that they have 2 more events coming up and everything like that. But I'll get into that toward the end. But for right now, I want to let you guys know about this. Now, it says search Pokemon by move name. Now, you know how you can usually search Pokemon by, like, their name or whatever it is. Some people, they even use the sidebar or whatever, but it was quicker if you search their name and all the Pokemon. Like, if you type in ZAP, you'll likely get Zapdos or whatever. Or if you type in PIK, it'll be like Pikachu. Now, here it says you can search Pokemon by move name. The search bar receives a quality of life update. You can now search your Pokemon by their move name. So, if you type SHA, Shadow Ball might come up, or THUN, Thunderbolt might come up. So that's pretty dope too, because some people probably forget their names, so they don't even think of the moveset or whatever. So, but that could also be a bad thing because people might actually change their moveset, forget that they changed their moveset, and be like, okay, well, let me type this in, and you might actually get the wrong Pokemon that you're looking for. But, so that's why you got to keep in mind that you change your Pokemon's moveset. Now, it says here, okay, works for both quick and charge moves, and it uses the @ symbol as a starter. For example, at Stone Edge. Exactly my point. Now here in the APK, it says it's going to say search for move and search move. So, stay tuned and we'll get into the next thing. Alright, so here it says Generation 3 Pokemon and candy names added. Now this is what we all basically been waiting for. It's Gen 3. Now I can't wait for my boy Mudkip, because Mudkip evolves into Marshtown and Marshtown evolves to Swampert. I love Swampert. So let's get into this. So it says, and here it is, the news we all wanted to hear but refused to believe it could happen. All 135 Generation 3 species names were added, with the additional 73 candy families. Do note that no moves, no sprites, and no sound files were added, indicating that this is the preliminary addition. So, like I said, they should have this by like the end of next month, top. They're not going to wait till the end of the year. Anyway, it says here, we expect more Gen 3 codes to be added over the following weeks. Exactly, and there's only but a few weeks left in the month of August. So, that's why I was saying it's going to drop sometime next month, because it's been 7 months. It says, we'll update you as more information becomes available. Now, these are the names, so stay tuned. Alright, so these are the Generation 3 Pokemon names. You got, well, I'm not going to read them all. I'm just going to read just the Pokemon names, or at least some of them. Trico, Grovyle, Sceptile, Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken. I can't wait for that Blaziken. Mudkip, Marshtomp, Swampert, my boy, powering that up, and Blaziken. Poochyena, Mightyena, Zigzagoon, Linoon, and this is only for people who don't know that what Pokemon is actually in Gen 3. So you got Silcoon, Beautifly, Cascoon, Dustox, Lotad, Lombre, Ludicolo. I love Ludicolo because it's close to like Sudowoodo, so I know Mystic 7 is actually going to love that Pokemon. So shout out to you, Mystic, and shout out to Sudowoodo and Ludicolo and Mystic, because that's one of his favorite Pokemon, hence his name. However, let's get it back into this. Seedot, Nuzleaf, Shiftry, Kalo, Swellow, Wingull, Pelipper, Routes, Kirlia, Gardevoir, and in Gen 4, Kirlia actually gets another evolved form, which is Gallade, but nevertheless, let's get back into this because that's Gen 4 and this is Gen 3. So let's get back into this. So it says here, Surskit, Masquerain, Shroomish, Breloom, Flackoff, Vigoroth, Flaking, Nincada, Ninjask, Shedinja, Whismur, Loudred, Exploud, Makahita, Hariyama, Azuro, Nosepass, Skitty, Delcatty, Sableye, Mawile, Aron, Lairon, Aggron, Meditite, Medicham, Electrike, Magnetric, Plusle, Minun, Volbeat, Illumise, Roselia, Gulpin, Swalot, Carvana, Sharpedo, Whelmer, Wailord, and yes, these are evolved forms, first and second forms, or third forms. Numel, Camerupt, Torkoal, Spoink, Grumpig, Spinda, Trapinch, Vibrava, Flygon, Cacnea, Cacturn, Swablu, Altaria, Zangoose, Seviper, Lunatone, Solrock, Barboach, Whiscash, Corphish, Crawdon, Baltoy, Claydol, Lilith, Cradilly, Anorith, Armaldo, Feebas, Milotic. I want that Milotic, that's pretty dope. And I know it's probably going to be hard to get Feebas. Castform, Kecleon, Shuppet, Vanet, Duskull, Dusclops, Tropius, Chimecho. I actually like Tropius. Absol, why not? Which is the preform of Wobbuffet, if you didn't already know that. Snorunt, Glalie, Sephil, and by the way, Snorunt evolves into Glalie, but Snorunt can also evolve into, I think Frostlass, I believe, but that's in another gen. So, correct me down below in the comments if I'm wrong. Yeah, so Sephil, Celio, Walrein, Clamperl, Huntail, Gorbis, which also, Clamperl, in order to get Huntail and Gorbis, that means they're going to have to add Deep Sea Scale for Huntail and for Gorbis. No, for Huntail, Deep Sea Tooth, and for Gorbis, Deep Sea Scale. So that's what they're probably going to do for us to get Clamperl. I don't think they're just going to have the candies and just evolve it. They should make Pokemon Go interesting by giving us the items, just like they did for Gen 2. Now, they should have did that for Gen 1 because Gen 1, they didn't really give us like Water Stones, Thunderstones. They should have. That'd have been dope. But teach its own. It happened. Let's move on from that. So let's get that Deep Sea Tooth and Deep Sea Scale so we can get evolve that Clamperl into Huntail or Gorbis. Now, here's this Relicanth, Lovedis, Bagon, Shelgon, Salamence, Beldum, Metang, Metagross, Regirock, Regice, Registeel, Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and I cannot wait for Rayquaza, Jirachi, and Deoxys. Now, those are going to be gym Pokemon. Like, it's going to be tons of us to try to catch Deoxys, Jirachi, and Rayquaza, and Groudon, especially Kyogre. So, these are the Generation 3. So basically, that's why they say Generation 3 candy family names, which means you can evolve these with just candies. So these are going to be special evolve forms or whatever. So you can evolve these with just candies, the same ones I had read. These going to be all with like Sableye, Mawile, Aggron, Electrike, all the ones I just read. These are going to be ones you can evolve with just candies. That's why I said Generation 3 candy family names. But then again, it doesn't make sense because the same ones I read was the same ones that was right here. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. However, it's going to be on. I can't wait for next month. It's going to be dope. But, yeah, guys, stay tuned. Alright, guys. So basically, the next thing, or next topic that I want to talk about is this one right here. Okay, it says, there's 2 new official Pokemon Go events announced. San Jose, which is September 17th, and in Philadelphia. I would so love to go to Philadelphia because I'm not too far from there. I actually live in Jersey. So, however, it says on October 28th. Why is it so late? I don't know. But anyway, it says here, Niantic has officially announced 2 new real-world events taking place, and this is what I was talking about earlier, in the United States in the September and October. Viva Cal San Jose, September 17th, and Philly Free Streets on October 28th. So if you're in the area of those 2 towns or states, you need to come there. Since both events are listed on the official Pokemon Go events page with the following descriptions. Viva Cal San Jose. Explore San Jose through the lens of Pokemon Go. See new neighborhoods, connect with community members, and visit significant and interesting Pokestops. Philly Free Streets. Explore Philadelphia with Pokemon Go by joining this community event and taking an adventure through Philadelphia, visiting historic locations and meeting other players. Interestingly, Knight Foundation Niantic event partner is a sponsor of the Philly Free Streets event. So, excuse me. Now, however, we don't know if Unknown's gonna spawn there, Mr. Mons. I would love it because I don't have no Unknown. I don't have any. You know, I can actually get another Heracross because I actually have it. I had a Heracross all left in my Pokédex. Farfetch too, all originally locked except Corsola. But Corsola and all of them might actually be there, so that'll actually be dope for people who don't have those originally locked Pokemon. So, if they could do that for Chicago, Japan, and every other place, I don't see why they can't do it for here. And I think they're doing that because you know how a lot of people complain, oh, they should bring it, because I was one of the complainers that was saying, oh, well, they should keep it here, or, you know, do it for the rest of the world, or whatever. But I think they're putting, like, destinations like, okay, they're doing it in San Juan, so that's Mexico. So, well, Puerto Rico, which is, you know what I'm trying to say. That way all of Mexicans and Puerto Ricans can come there and play Pokemon Go. It's just like a fragrance. When there's a fragrance sitting in the middle of the ground or whatever, people are going to attract from the outside. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Chicago, everybody came, because I'm actually close to Chicago too. If I caught Greyhound, by a couple of hours, I would have been there. But good thing I didn't go because they messed up. I just hope they don't mess up on this Philly one, because I'm like an hour or 2 away from Philadelphia. So, let's get into this. Okay, so it's just, it says, Philly Free Streets, explore Philadelphia with Pokemon Go by joining this community event and taking an adventure through Philadelphia, visiting historic locations and meeting other players. Okay. Oh, I just read that. Sorry about that, guys. And I know in my other video I said I wasn't going to do that, but whatever. We all make mistakes. So anyway, let's see if there's anything else that I need to let you guys know. Stay tuned. Actually, guys, there is. It says no details were shared on what Pokemon Go players will be able to do, but we expect the usual Niantic event package, additional Pokestops, a fixed route to walk, and increased spawns, which is dope. We're not expecting any additional unknown letters or legendary Pokemon, but yet people were saying up that about Gen 3, and look, they're getting ready for Gen 3. So you never know. I just want unknown so I can complete my Pokedex. I want more Mr. Mime, more Farfetches, more. And I also need a Corsola also. So, here it says about the Viva Calais SJ program. Viva Calais SJ is a free program that temporarily closes miles of San Jose streets to bring communities together to walk, bike, skate, play, and explore the city like never before. Each year, event opens upwards of 6 miles of streets through some of San Jose's most iconic neighborhoods for people to come out and play for the day. Now, this is about the Philly Free Streets. Philly Free Streets is a people-powered initiative of the city of Philadelphia. Philly Free Streets temporarily closes streets to cars, inviting people to walk and play. Now, I'm so psyched for this event. Like, yeah, it's a little while, but if you look at it, it's like only about a month. And see, they're doing that because, this is actually dope, because if they release Gen 3 next month, then the month after that, it'll be more spawns in Philly. So if you look at it, that'll be dope for me. Because now I can probably complete my Gen 3 Pokemon halfway like that. So that's pretty dope. So guys, stay tuned. See if I have anything else to show you guys. Stay tuned. Alright, so as you see here, I actually do have one. This is actually the last thing I have to show you guys before I wrap this up. So here it says, new Niantic security measures deployed. All third-party apps affected. So a lot of people are not going to be able to basically spoof. Well, you're going to be able to spoof, but let's just get into this. Stay tuned. Alright, so it says, trainers, a couple of days ago, a new security update was deployed on Niantic servers, targeting all third-party apps that use the unofficial Pokemon Go API. Be aware that this security update does not target GPS spoofers, but targets accounts used by third-party apps, IV checkers, online trackers, and bots. So basically, you're gonna probably get banned or shadow banned if you use IV trackers or whatever, but you won't get it doesn't basically affect spoofers of any kind. So if that's the case, since I was a spoofer, they need to let me go back to spoofing. But that's not gonna happen. But however, maybe in this next update, I'll probably be able to spoof, and I won't have to go to Philadelphia. But I will go to Philadelphia anyway, even whether I can spoof or not, because it's just right there. Like, something's right there, you're not gonna mind. So I don't know, but that's just me. So stay tuned, guys. Alright, so it says the new security update doesn't disable the API, but rather flags accounts more aggressively. So that's basically what it does. It doesn't disable the API, but it just basically flags the account a lot more aggressive. So, resulting in a large number of shadow bans, warnings, and flagged tainted IPs. The exact detection mechanism is not yet known, nor is the behavior of how the bans are distributed, but it has been reported that the new mechanism is much more efficient than the previous attempts. The entire third-party development community have joined forces and are working on a solution for the problem. I just think they need to leave all that stuff alone, because you should be able to play the game the way you want to. Now, training tips, if you're watching this, I'm going to quote you. You said that people should play the game the way the game was intended, and that wasn't a spoof and everything like that. But you also said in one of your videos that it doesn't, like, there's really no goal in Pokemon Go. It's just to collect all the Pokemon. So you should be able to play it the way you want to play it. So that's like contradicting a little bit. But, everybody to each his own. Like, everybody has their own opinions or whatever. I just think there's no problem in spoofing, because if that's the way they want to play it, that's the way they should be able to play it. However, okay, so it says here, the exact detection mechanism is not yet known, nor is the behavior of how the bans are distributed, but it has been reported that the new mechanism is much more efficient than the previous attempts. The entire third-party development community have joined forces and are working on a solution for the problem. I know I just read that, but I wanted to give it more oomph. Now, it says here, up to this date, there has been no major breakthroughs on a potential solution. So, we'll have to just sit back and actually see what happens. Now, this is the TLDR version. I have no idea what that is. Please don't ask me. Don't put that in the comments below, because I wouldn't even know it. Now, if I happen to do know, then, you guys, I'll let you guys know. You guys can let me know. But anyways, it's here. A new security measure has been deployed. All third-party apps that interact with Niantic's backup and API are affected. So, if it's basically has to do with, anything has to do with the interaction with Niantic's backup and API are basically affected. Stuff like online trackers, some IV checkers, etc. API is still working, but accounts are getting banned at a much faster rate than before. No solution has yet been discovered for the problem. Spoofers are not affected. So that's pretty dope. So basically, they're letting us spoof. Basically, I think that's what they're probably saying. So, guys, with that being said, that's gonna wrap this video up. That's gonna wrap this video up. So, as like I always say, make sure you guys like, comment, sub, share this video wherever you share cool stuff, comment down below, smack a like on this video, and crush the notification bell so you can stay updated on my latest videos, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel as I try to give out the first information on any updates or any events. Only this time it was late because I had stuff to do yesterday, leading to this morning, plus I was tired, everything like that. So, but yeah, make sure you guys do all of that. And so that's basically gonna be it. So guys, as I always say, peace and love to you all. Stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.